10 whole fucking hours just to do Haru's Confidant and also to buff Raul because I put an Arsene that was 99 and everything. And
Hello there.
Main Persona. Hello. I'm playing Persona. And I've been in Mementos for the past like 3 hours.
Did you
just
have you met the Grim Reaper?
I have. I've beaten him twice.
Nice.
It was a very fun cycle of just fucking Meteor Rahan spam from fucking Morgana, and
Is
then
that the
charging
Grim
up
Reaper?
Joker so he can do Meggy Dolan.
I haven't played Reload in a while. I haven't had the...
I've been playing Persona 5. I don't have Reload.
Right. From my Persona experience, I have Royal and Reload.
Yeah.
Rad gamers.
Right now I'm getting the materials to make Lucifer before I can even make him. Because I would like best in slot gear because I think that would be neat. What I didn't expect is that along the way I would be making best in slot gear personas for a lot of other characters.
I think my biggest problem with playing Persona 3 is just trying to manage what personas I do need.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I'll keep Oberon.
That's partially why I made a 99 and everything Arsene.
I see.
And I'm currently working on doing the same for Raul for post-game.
Anyway, hello gamers. It is time to probably not finish Apollo Justice.
I will spectate. I will not.
Aw, that's fine. That's okay. I'm not planning on wait on anyone right now. We just going. Turnabout Succession. Last time on Dragon Ball Super, Phoenix Wright is traveling through time.
Yeah.
Hey, I can make Raul again. Neat.
Alright, time to go to the past. Samurai Jack. Present day, Drew Studios. Oh god.
Hey, well, what do we have here?
Remember me?
Oh, of course I remember you. Journalist meets ex-attorney in bar, end quote.
Can I ask what you're doing here? Mr. Misham was poisoned in his daughters.
Oh, yes, I know. Oh, how I know, yes. It caused me no end of grief, to be honest. Journalist wishes he tracked down case just a little quicker, end quote.
Were you on the trail of this case the whole time?
Zach Ramery was a good friend.
Zach said something to that effect back at the first Bull Club.
What a character. What a man. If a lot, no, extremely rough around the edges, and quite handsome, might I add.
You think I could ask you a few questions?
Oh, you serious? I mean, I'm usually the interviewer, not interviewee. Journalist asks questions, not other way around, end quote. Fine, shoot, I don't care. People have been asking me all sorts of things lately.
And I wonder why. Oh yeah, this guy, Mr. Shady Smith, he's actually a magician and he's Trucy's actual dad.
Wait, what?
This dude, Mr. Shady Smith, is Trucy's dad.
Like, blood related?
Yeah. Like dead.
Damn.
Like dead.
Damn. And here I thought Phoenix fucked.
Honestly, I thought that too for a very long time. But the timeline doesn't add up. Oh my god, ow.
I suppose.
Because he would be at least like 30 or 20 at the end of the last game. And him and, I assumed, Iris, had a baby. This is where Mr. Misham fell? I thought our 7-year reunion would be quite like this.
Wait, you knew Mr. Misham?
I met him once, in court. It was a brief meeting, but one I'll remember for the rest of my life.
Now that's a story right there, that is. I smell a scoop! Ex-attorney now down on his luck, pianist plays Sonata of Sorrow, end quote. I'm all ears. Let's have it. Don't hold anything back.
Could you at least get rid of the down on his luck part? Also, no one in the public is allowed to know about that. Anyway, those 3 paintings.
All Drew's works, of course, which is to say, Vera's work, really. Or, to be more precise, Vera's forgeries of someone else's work. Of course, if you demand utter and total precision. Actually, there's nothing more.
I was about to say... Let's take a closer look at this desk. Zoom and enhance. I just have to do that when I see this pose. I can't believe it's been 7 years. I have to stop torturing myself with these things. I know, I'll just pretend it's saying something else. The post office? Why, it's right over there. Good day, sir. A picture of young Misham and a very young Vera. They're smiling. They look happy. Of course, now Mr. Misham's passed away, and Vera's on death's doorstep in the hospital. Oh, so this is right... Okay, right after the first trial. Guess I'll just do what I can and hope it's enough. This frame looks even smaller sitting next to that photo. Just the right size for a commemorative stamp, indeed. A commemorative stamp put by a daughter that killed her father. Sometimes life just sucks. I need to send like a whole compilation of just all my favorite screenshots of this game. Because I didn't send it to anyone. This envelope's from the client who requested that forgery. Just think if that had gotten lost in the mail, I'd still be wearing my attorney's badge. Comes an odd assortment of equipment to find in a painter studio. Of course, it makes more sense when you know they were making forgeries. I guess that's why they never took visitors here. We don't really want people seeing all this.
Yes, in fact, I was the first human being ever to set foot inside the studio. Other than Mr. Misham, of course. Oh, and Vera, too. And this is assuming that I'm human, of course.
I'm beginning to have my doubts. I don't think he is. A drafting table, probably more making detailed designs for forgery.
You know what I think about that? I'll tell you. Painting should be done freehand. No rules, no restrictions. You really think a line drawn by a ruler's going to move anyone? I smell a letter to the editor. Could you write an article with a ruler, end quote? Unless you want a ruler to write the address on your blackmail letter straight. That's what I think. You could quote me on that too.
You could drop this guy on this deserted island and he wouldn't get bored. Look at all these chickens, the jars of paints and pigments. Why are there so many jars of the same color?
My guess is that they're sort of sorted by age.
Age?
When you're making a forgery, it's important to match the age of the original, see?
It's not Andy Warhol, it's the splat art guy. Okay, now I need to look him up because I remember my mom and dad watched a document about this guy's people forging art of this dude.
Jackson Pollock?
Yes, yes. About Pollock forgeries. But that just reminded me of that.
Paint compositions changed a lot over the years.
Oh, right. Did you learn that in journalism school?
Journalist relies on writing skill and imagination, end quote.
As long as you don't do news stories by imagination.
Either that, or they just bought a lot of the same color by mistake.
I find myself not caring anymore. The door outside. Vera might come walking in any moment if she wasn't in intensive care. Does she ever come through that door again, I wonder? That's a little sad. You're saying that like she's dead. Anyway. It was tragic what happened to Drew Misham and his daughter.
Forgery is a serious crime and they paid the price. You know what really did them in though, don't you?
Yeah, a forged diary page.
The night I interviewed him, I found out something about Mr. Misham I hadn't known.
What's that?
You know, he always felt like he was being watched. Every day, for 7 years. Walls have ears, potatoes have eyes, end quote.
Being watched? You mean he felt guilty?
No, I'm talking about feelings here. You know, I felt watched, too. The whole time I've been on this case, no less. Journalist getting tingling sensation on back of neck freaks out, end quote.
Because you felt guilty?
Why would I feel guilty?
You felt like you were being watched, huh? I wonder what it all means. Paranoia, paranoia. Dream Mission felt like he was being watched, and you along with him. You sure it wasn't just nerves?
Nerves? No, it's nothing so mundane. I stopped paying attention to my nerves a long time ago. But I felt it too. Journalist sure he is being watched, end quote. Don't you wonder why Zach Gramery got rubbed out after 7 years? Right after coming into contact with me, he completely vanishes from that courtroom. Then, for 7 years, he talks to no one, not a soul. And just as the remaining time was almost up, he contacts me in order to have this made. And then he dies. Starting to put the pieces together, are we?
And you were being watched this whole time?
Maybe not just me. Maybe you were too.
Me? Oh, that's not good.
I met Zach through that case, actually.
You mean the shooting of Magnify Grammary?
No, before that. It's not widely known.
You mean the accident during the quick draw shoot 'em practice?
My, you're well informed. You should have seen me back then. I dug up quite the scoop. I wanted it all. Money, fame, women, a little puppy, all for me. I was younger then, and my days and nights smelled of fresher mint than they do now.
Valley Grammary didn't punch at one particularly nosy reporter.
In fact, I was on close speaking terms with Magnify Grammary at the time. I knew his daughter, too, of course. Thalassa, was it?
Really?
Then Thalassa disappeared, quite suddenly, at that. And Magnify wouldn't say a word about it. Yeah, my evil habit got the better of me. Journalist catches scent of a scoop, goes on feeding frenzy, end quote. I set up a one-on-one interview with Thalassa's husband, see?
Zach Grammary.
Something strange was in the air over at Troop Grammary in those days. The whole screwy mentor-controlling disciple scene started by then, I'm guessing. Thalassa, she was part of it all, right?
Oh, sorry, that was whatever.
Come on, you can tell me off the record.
Sorry, I don't know.
Anyway, I kept prying and eventually became friends with Zach. Sure, he punched me once or twice, or 5 times, but over the time he came to see me as his confidant.
Rank you up! My favorite thing my friends and I quote now, because I played Persona 3 Reloaded on a different server, and they watched me with the French dude, Bebe, and we make the joke is, my grandma died. Rank you up! Your grandma died? Damn, that sucks, but thanks for the rank up, dude.
Yeah. Oh,
Minato Arisato energy, I don't care.
It's like the one fucking confidant with the child whose parents are going through a divorce.
Oh, yeah.
And in the original game, you could tell them it was their fault and it would break the confidant.
Oh, wow. I mean, you could still say it was their fault. I don't know if it breaks it, but... You could still say it was your fault.
Additionally funny is there's a mod for P3R that changes every I don't know response to I like men.
Of course.
And there is an I don't know response in that confidant. I think specifically to the question of why are my parents breaking up.
Man, I like man, I don't know. Oh, oops.
It's like, why are my parents leaving each other? I like men.
What? He's been waiting this whole time, 7 years, eh? Waiting? For his big comeback, of course! A big revival of the Magnify miracle. Of course it was all a dream.
Because of this. The performance rights.
In the absence of any official documents, he was golden. Who's to say the old man didn't give his rights to both Zack and Valent?
So Valent waited until Zack died, legally, at least.
The time finally comes and Valent's like a kid on Christmas morning.
He's getting ready for his show at the Sunshine Coliseum, you know?
If that document sees the legal light of day, it's going to put a bit of a damper on the big show. He's a sorry one, that Valen Grammary. Lost out on his partner at work. And in love, too.
Wait, love? Oh, no.
It's the same old story, really. 2 disciples and their mentor's only daughter. What has 3 sides and all of them pointy? A love triangle.
That is pretty classic.
When you're in a performing troupe, that's your world. It's like family. One with an entire high school's worth of drama, intrigue, and backstabbing.
And in the middle of all this, Thalassa has Trucy. And then she dies. The end. I need to find out more about this Thalassa. Nope. I want to present. I can't give him any people. Well, I guess. Oops. Oh yeah, this is the last of the girl in the middle.
I ended up learning something about her, like, the last time, but I'm not gonna say what it is because it's a spoiler.
Of course. I mean, I think we've all guessed it, but I'm gonna keep quiet. Mr. Brushlow, could you take a look at this?
I hear you loud and clear, loud and clear. What's the angle?
Actually, no, that's okay. I don't need an article. I was just wondering if you had any thoughts on this. Thanks. Okay, that was less than informative. Oh, it's the pendant, that's what. Mr. Brushel, do you know this person?
Do I know that person? Of course. I was friends with Zach after all. He hit me a few times. 5 times, actually. But still, I'd never forget his wife.
Thalassa Gramarye. Magnify Gramarye's only daughter. Do you think you could tell me more about her?
Well, why the heck not? So, Thalassa married Zach and had Trucy, see? It was her second marriage, actually.
You mean she was divorced? I hadn't heard this one before.
Not quite. Her late husband was a performer, too. Apparently, he died during some gig. Tragic, really. They had only been married 1 year.
I didn't know.
Ah, but she was a beauty. I still carry a portrait photo of her around, you know?
That's a little creepy. Yo, Slay, though.
Yikes.
Yo, Slay.
I've known Trucy since she was a little thing, too. She got the better deal, really. She's got you for family, after all.
What do you mean?
Just reminiscing, you know. Thalassa has another child besides Trucy.
Ah! What? But Trucy said she was an only child.
Ah, yeah, this one she had with her previous husband.
Previous husband? Her first husband who died during the performance.
Yep, they had themselves a kid. Another orphan now. That's another one who slipped through the cracks. No idea where they are now.
Thalassa had another kid. Do you think I could borrow your photo and call the police real quick?
Sure, I can be generous on occasion, you know?
I won't need this locket anymore. Better return it to Trucy before I forget.
People and events all get tangled together and get bigger and bigger. Oh, bigger and bigger. Don't you think?
I was too busy wondering about bigger than listening to what you were saying.
Sometimes you just gotta accept that you won't be able to untangle it all, I think.
Maybe so, but still. I have to do what I can. And I have to tell what I find to those who come next.
Next, you say?
I'm not the one who will close the curtain on this little play. Apparently that's not my role anymore. Magnify.
Magnify? I was just wondering what Magnify would think of all this.
What do you mean? Haven't you seen it in Trucy?
She's got his power.
You mean how I can't lie to Trucy?
It was the same with Magnify, and with his daughter, Thalassa.
Strange thing. You think it's some Gramarye gene.
Magnify told me once, back when Zach married Thalassa. He said Zach had good eyes. But not good, like Gramarye's eyes, not that good.
I wonder if Zach ever played a game of poker with his wife. Who knows what the Gramarye secret was?
Maybe nobody, now that Zach's gone.
Zach Gramarye. The plot had finally begun to reveal itself. It sprouted from a warp in the Gramarye fabric and grew swallowing everything, wrapping itself around the Gramarye's power. There is actual magic in the there is magic in the Phoenix Wright universe. We know this. Or, well, spirits. A power with passed from Magnified Gramarye to Thalassa to the next generation. And I would once again need to meet the one who bridged it all together. It's time to time travel again. Alright, next one. The magic show! Ah, well, this is a blast from the distant past. Oops. Long time no see, Mr. Valent. 7 years has it been? Frankly, I didn't think I'd ever see you again. Actually, I came because there's something I want to ask you. I've spoken to the press. I've nothing more to say. I've spoken to a lot of people myself and come to some conclusions. But then I realized I needed to hear it from you. I have walked a difficult road these past 7 years. Because you couldn't perform Magnify's repertoire? Do not be deceived. Valen's skills is the real deal. I do not require my mentor's hand-me-downs. Now it was my partner who slowed me on my way. Zach Gramery. His rather well-performed disappearing act 7 years ago was the end. Or so I thought. Zach Gramery murdered our mentor and fled to escape punishment for his crime. You said something to that effect 7 years ago, didn't you? I remember it as if it were only yesterday. Yet, that was not the way of it, in the end. For a while, he vanished. The suspicions upon my own person never did. His partner Zach vanished to protect him. That's what those thieving magpies of the press said. I had no idea. Now that very same press comes to me now, feigning interest. They cover the greatest magic show in history as if it were a vaudevillian distraction. And here must I stand, smiling at them all. What am I, if not a player in some fiendish farce? Might I suggest it's because you never made it clear what happened? Magnify's death is still a mystery to this day. Which is why I came here to get the answer from you. Of course. Only 2! Haha, pussy. I knew I'd be seeing these sooner or later. The audience has no business stepping upon the stage. They must be content to sit and stare at the spotlight. That sounds an awful lot like something I heard 7 years ago. Hey, you wanna look at this photo? Oh, wait! Oh, right. What does the balloon guy have to do with the show? Mr. Badger! Blue Badger! Yeah! A man in a costume is handing out balloons to the kids. Nice to know kids still like balloons, somehow. They're a favorite of mine, balloon sellers that is. I would have them join me on the big stage. They could hand out balloons to the children in the audience. Wouldn't all those balloons get in the way of seeing your show? Bravo. The possibility had not even occurred to me. Phoenix Wright, entertainment consultant. Anyway, time to magic the shit out of the turn. Oh god. Ask what you will, you'll get nothing from me. I'm as much a part of this affair as you are now. I have to know what happened. For 7 long years I have endured. Now finally the curtain lifts on my new golden age. All the miracles of our troupe within my grasp. Woo-doo-woo. Sorry to do this, Valen, but right now I need the answers. I think I'll start by dropping a bomb. That should shake things up. Valen, I want to be so sure about those miracles. Not as long as I have this! Oh yeah, this. And what might that be? I see it bears the Gramery seal. I should have brought this to your attention sooner, but I didn't imagine you'd be planning your comeback quite so fast. What is this? A document showing the true recipient of the performance rights to Magnify's miracles. What? Zach Gramery? He wrote this? What? He passed everything to his daughter! Trucy Enigmar, actually. She's officially my daughter these days, so she's Trucy Wright. Preposterous, Zach is gone! Vanished into the void! This is the genuine article. Zach was alive when he wrote this. Both myself and the notary can testify to this. Why does fate toy with me so? Why must my life be lived in thrall to the dead? You're not the only one with that problem. But he shot Magnify. Yes, it was Zach! It was! And then he left, and my career as a magician fell into darkness. Did you think there might be some way out of it? Say if you could prove Zach Gramery shot Magnify? Was that why you testified? Yes! My way out! It should have been my way out! Well, it might not be too late, Mr. Fallon. All you need is a way to prove your case. Who really killed Magnify Gramery? Oh, Mr. Hat! No. I was gonna say. So this is the evidence that answers the question. Who killed Magnify? The only question is that this evidence can answer who here is an idiot. And that is you, Mr. Wright! Damn! There's no one but producing a signed confession. Oh! Who really killed Magnify Grammary? Is it the forged page? They got enough life, fuck it. Okay. Alright, I'll stop guessing. I may not have enough evidence right now to pull this off. Maybe it's time to do a little more legwork. Time to probably go to the past now. Alright, bye, I'm gonna time travel. So, for context sets, Solitary Cell takes place after the first case where, Clavy's brother gets accused of murder, and he's going to be our... And this is during the first case where Phoenix allegedly killed this dude, who is actually Zach's Grammary, aka Trucy's dad. Anyway, hey dude, what's up? Hey, you wanna talk about your dead wife?
Ooh.
Oh crap, right, I forgot you had only... Okay, whatever. I have to know more about this power of Trucy's. It's like she can see right into people's minds. The first time I saw her do it, it blew my mind. It blew my mind. And after you were done having your mind blown, you took her to play cards with you. Gotta use the resources at hand, I always say. Yet, I myself, I'm doing like a full, like, Cole Cassidy voice. I myself have no such power. But Trucy does. Why's that? Maybe Trucy got her power from her mother, the Lassa Grammary. I will not speak of that. Lassa is officially missing, correct? And I think I know why. You don't want to talk about her. Just the photo? Okay. And now there is another I could care less. You. Alright, time to look up a guide already. It's actually scary when magicians threaten me. I better rethink my strategy here. Lassa is officially missing. And not dead. Ba-bam-bow. Oops, that's auto mode. Oh, let me just, oop. Gotta look up the Turnabout succession. Oh my god, walkthrough. Table of contents. Mason system, there you go. Alright, so much to scroll through, oh my god, okay. Solitary. Do I have that? Hold up. No, not yet, obviously. Okay. Okay. Right. Alright, back in the game. Bang. Alright, this time I'm actually gonna do it, for real this time. This makes more sense than the actual photo. Okay. Blah blah blah, we already know this. It's because we don't want it to... And I don't... Oh god! Bang 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 bang! The three of you were... Oh! Three of you were a team once. No, that the entire country doesn't already know this. At your peak, you were the biggest stars around. Yet, there's another story behind the fame, one that not many know. Celesta lost her life during a rehearsal. To you and Valen, Gramarye's bullets. It was an accident. It wasn't me. How could I shoot my dear Thalassa? I'm sure Valen would say the same thing. Why, it's just like another murder, I might have mentioned. Damn you. Well now, her eyes. I love Thalassa's eyes. To think they could read my mind was frightening. Yet there was a warmth in them that felt like an embrace. She is dead, and Magnified Gramarye has joined her. So the only one with her power left now is Trucy. Mr. Zack? I do not know. I don't need any power to see through that one, buddy. So there's someone else, someone other than Trucy? Wait a minute! Wait a minute! Someone who inherited Thalassa's power? How could I know? My chances are slim. It would take a miracle to learn the truth, or maybe one has already occurred. There is someone else with the power, and I know who it is. Oh shit! Oh shit! This boy, his name is, I forget, something weird. Who could he be? An attorney. Attorney. I noticed him when I went to visit a friend's law office. So, what are we to make of this so great ex-attorney? You could show me pictures of strange boys all you like, but you could at least say something like, I'm this boy. I could use a laugh. Perhaps he wouldn't laugh if he knew the facts. This might not be 100% proof, but it's close. There's a link between this boy and Thalassa. Actually, it's more of a ring. One would say a bracelet. Perhaps this will refresh your memory? I just so happen to have evidence showing this missing link. Do I? Wait, hold on. The fucking bracelets. She's wearing the bracelet. She's wearing Apollo's bracelets. I'm an idiot. That's... Am I actually stupid? Probably. More likely than you think. Actually, I know something. Your marriage to Thalassa was her second. How did you know this? Her first husband, he died a year after they were wed, yeah? He was a performer. They met when he joined us Gramarye's as guest in our show. After Thalassa wed him, she left the troupe for a while. And you say she had a child then? I have a photograph of her here. Slay, girl, slay. I couldn't help notice what she was wearing when I first saw this. Those bracelets stand out. They are Gramarye family heirlooms. This boy wears a bracelet just like this one in this picture. What? So, it's why what, Mr. Zack? I took this photograph of Thalassa before she left us. When she returned, she wore only one bracelet! I bet I know where that other one went. She gave it to this boy. Her son. Oh, damn, that was... Oh, okay. So that makes Apollo and Trucy step-siblings.
Oh.
So thank God no one ships them, right? Stares directly at camera. Like, squints at camera.
Yeah.
This strange power, I myself do not know where it comes. Yet the fact is that it is passed down the Gramarye line. It runs in their veins. What is it? I asked her, Thalassa, once. This is what she told me. Her power responds to tension in others. Tension. If she were to face a person and they became tense, even slightly, then she would know, no matter how hard they tried to hide it from her. So she could see it? Not quite. This is the strangest part of it all. She wouldn't realize that she was subconsciously detecting this tension without the use of a particular object. Or, in her case, objects. Objects.
Oh.
Which were there something she... What? What's wrong, Zeds?
Oh, and there go my headphones. Fucking fantastic.
No. Yeah, bracelets. I admit the first time I saw one of those, I felt there was more to it than just fashion. What kind of power could a bracelet have? More than you think. I've made a decision. I will tell you all I know. Consider it a gift. Oh, damn, that was fast. Okay. Well, I hardly need you to tell me at this point, but those two are brother and sister. Yes. And the brother, too, has this power of theirs. Said Trucy had an older brother. I wonder what will come of that. Mr. Rat, tonight after our game is done, I will return to a life of hiding. I would not see her live her life without knowing. I understand. I'll tell the two of them when the time is right. I am in your debt, once again. No kidding. What I want to know is how all this got to be so messed up. Zeds, are you okay?
Yeah.
What's wrong? What happened?
I have to max out Mishima. Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah! Woo! Max the Sim. Yeah, hi you guys. Those bracelets are made of a special alloy. It is said to expand and shrink very slightly in response to body warmth. So they're temperature sensitive or something? Yes. This is how they could shrink to the exact size of their wearers. I can't do W with a southern accent. Wearers' wrists. And this has something to do with the power? What have I told you? The Grammary power reacts to tension in others. When a Grammary senses tension, they too become tense. And this tension translates into minute contractions of the muscles. So minute, they cannot sense it on their own. The muscles. Oh, so that's what the bracelets are for. With a bracelet on, one can sense these contractions. Huh. Because the bracelet is always a perfect fit. So when the person they're watching gets tense, the bracelet feels tighter on their wrists. Precisely. That alone doesn't really count as mind reading. I believe I understand how this process works from here. It's a simple question of eyesight. Eyesight? Does that sound simple enough? Eyeballs! Have you ever heard of kinetic vision? Something about the ability to see moving objects with full clarity, right? I've heard of it before. They say athletes can see a moving ball like it was stopped if they focused. Oh, but it's not confined to sports alone. It all relies on the ability to focus. When we focus, we can see many things. The faintest twitch of the face and the meaning that lies behind it. Therein lies one of the secrets of magic, or just knowing how to read people, but yeah, okay. One must know the mind of the crowd before one may distract it. So basically what you're saying is the Grammarys can see really well. For them, seeing is more than believing. It is knowing. Their power relies on eyesight combined with exceptional focus. Things are starting to come into focus for me too. Of course, it is difficult to maintain such levels of focus for any length of time. But what if someone could tell you when to focus? Or something. Precisely. Boy, Trucy doesn't have any bracelets. You are talking about poker, yeah? Oh. The timing of when to focus is so elementary, she probably does it without thinking. I doubt Trucy herself has realized this. That is all I know of things, Grammary. Thank you, Mr. Zack. If this boy's bracelet is the real thing, then he will use it before long, thereby awakening his power. I'll keep that in mind. Shall we play a game? Can't wait to kill you. I mean, what? I've said so much. Let me say one more thing. I will tell you all of that night. That night. The night my mentor, Magnify Grammary, passed from this world to the next. There were 2 pistols and 2 letters sent. This was Magnify's test. A test. In his last years, Magnify Grammary worked us to the bone. No, to the pain. But that night, I could not shoot him. So I shot the clown's forehead instead. Bang! This, it seems, was the correct answer. Take this. I give you my art to use, Zach.
What?
It is thanks for playing along with my show. You shot well tonight, Zach. Oh, I would not have minded dying by your hand.
How could I shoot you? You're my mentor.
Bah! I thought you might say that.
If I went home without shooting anything, what'd I have done then?
And of course, I would have given Valent his chance.
And if I shot you in the forehead instead?
Then it would be over. If you or Valent were to shoot me in the head, then I, to the darkness, would go and my art with me. A fitting end, don't you think?
Ha!
Yet this ending, too, gives me no cause for regret. I thank you, Zach. And I am sorry. I've done much that was wrong in my day.
It seems to me that Magnify wanted you to be a successor all along. That's why the time he gave you was earlier than Valent's. Perhaps, but it's not something we will ever know for sure now.
I wonder, what is Valent up to these days?
Waiting for you to die? If 7 years pass like this, the performance rights go to him.
Ah.
Now here I am. His dream is ended. It's worse than that, actually. Public opinion's a fickle thing, you know?
What?
You don't mean to tell me they put the blame for our mentor's death on him? The trial ended when you vanished, Mr. Zack. There were even rumors that Valent had helped you pull it off. And that's madness.
Well, it seems that before I can once again disappear from this world, I have one more act to perform.
Huh?
Isn't it odd that sorting out my life should prove so complicated, even though I'm dead? Zach! Zach! That night, Zach Gramery was killed by me. Wait, what? No, sorry. He died as Shady Smith, a mysterious traveler with a secret past. But he left one thing behind before he parted. This. 7 years passed. I, Zach Gramery, murdered my mentor, Magnified Gramery. I apologize for the trouble caused by my sudden departure from court, and hereby confess to my crime. His confession, to use as I saw fit. Of course, he'd killed no one. This was his way of tying up loose ends with his old partner, Valent Gramery. Now then. Hey, dude! You ready to fess up, boy? Why does fate toy with me so? Why must my life be lived in thrall to the dead? You're not the only one with that problem. But he shot Magnify. Yes, it was Zack. It was! And then he left. My career as a magician fell into darkness. Did you think there might be some way out of it? Say, if you could prove Zack Gramery shot Magnify? Was that why you testified? Yes! My way out! It should have been my way out! Well, it might not be too late, Mr. Valen. All you need is a way to prove your case. Who really killed Magnify Gramery? It was... I killed Mufasa! I believe I have the answer to your prayers right here. Zack Gramery wrote one more thing before passing on. This is a confession! In which he admits to kill... oh my god. Oh, I got a burp stuck in my throat. Ooh. In which he admits to killing... admits to the killing of Magnified Gramery. See? All according to your plan. I am a magician by trade. Deception is my life's work. I fool the audience, give them a fleeting dream. Yet it seems the tables have turned, and the turned have tables. Now I have the audience believing in the deceptions I have wrought upon myself. Zack wrote this right in front of me. After I explained your situation to him. I like a zoom, my god. Yeah, I got all my lives back. You do know that this confession is nothing but lies. Yes, it's my opinion that Zach Gregory killed no one. That you must be thinking the truth is a simple matter of elimination. Two received instructions to kill, but if one is innocent, then the one who remains is guilty. That would be the logical conclusion, yes. So he vanished to protect me, his partner. Ha 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 ha! A stirring tale, 'tis true. Did you shoot magnified Grammary in the forehead? If I had, and I told you, what would you do? Run to the police, perchance? Do as you will. There is nothing left for me now. It is true, after all. I have little talent. I needed my mentor Magnify's repertoire. It was as if a little demon grabbed hold of me. I knew it. So Valiant Grammary did kill the great Magnify. So sorry, Mr. Wright, but it is not I who shot my mentor. What? But if it wasn't you, then who was it? There wasn't another disciple, was there? Another disciple, such as? I don't know. Knack and talent Grammary, maybe? Your wild fancies shouldn't be further from the truth. Only Zack and Valent received those threatening letters, but there was another. One more person could have fired that pistol that night. I don't suppose you've figured it out by now. If it wasn't Zack or Valent who shot Magnify, I had to be the only other person at the scene, which means... Wait, you don't mean... Yes. The great Magnify, Grammary himself. Okay. A suicidal? So Magnify Grammary committed Alt F4. You find it hard to believe? To be honest, I hadn't even imagined it a possibility. When I arrived that night, the old man was still alive. He appeared to be asleep. I could not shoot him. When I turned and made to leave the room, the old man called out to me. So you spoke to Magnify Grammary? Yes, and this is why I knew what he had done. Magnify transferred the rights to his repertoire to my partner, Zack Grammary, not me. I see. Then I guess I owe you an apology. I always thought you were the one who did it. You owe me no apology. Huh? My crime was, in a way, more serious than that of murder. Oh, wait, what? Your crime? Is Valiant Grammary confessing something to me? What could be more serious than Moida? You see, I knew that 2 letters had been sent. There are no secrets between partners. It was easy to find out. That was when I understood Magnify's plan. He wanted to die by one of your he wanted to die by one of your hands. Little did I expect. It had anything to do with the rights to his repertoire. I was when I heard it. The little demon whispering inside my heart. The demon. Let me confess, I had intended to shoot Magnify. And I did! Wait, shit. And I planned on framing my partner for the crime. What? That night, I prepared something before going to Magnify's hospital room. Which was? IV fluid, of course. I'd seen it on an earlier visit. If Zack did not shoot, I would do the deed. Then I would use the IV liquid to place the murder on his hands. It was my plan. But you didn't shoot him. I could not. The demon in my heart fled when the moment came. But then Magnify called me back. I am sorry, Valent. I'm giving my magic to Zack, not you. You still lack the draw he has. Please help him, if you can. Hold on, I'm gonna get nice and cozy now, because... if you hear a whirring sound, it's because it's my fan, because I'm really hot right now. Gotta get nice and comfy now because I'm cold. I left the room, and then I stopped. The shock of what I had just been told consumed me. That is when I heard that fateful gunshot. Magnify Grammary killing himself. Then the demon awoke anew within me. Zack killed him. He was the one. Frame him and the magic will be yours. I altered the scene of his suicide. I took the pistol from his hand, wiped up the prints. Then I used the syringe to add the IV liquid I'd brought. So in the end, things happened pretty much as planned. Magnify died and you framed Zack for his murder. As planned, indeed. Of course, the outcome was somewhat different than I had anticipated. Well, what did you think? Do you believe my story? Can it be believed, truly? That was 7 years ago. I don't know what to believe, but yes. I'm glad I heard it from you, Mr. Valen. Thank you. It is I who should be thanking you, Mr. Wright. Only when I had lost everything could I make my decision. You're going to turn yourself in? My partner may have vanished, but not so my guilt. So as my guilt stays, all else begins to leave me. My friends, my performance rights, my magic. I've enough of a vanishing X. I've had enough of vanishing X. I understand. I thought my life was ruled by a dead man. But I find I was wrong. For Zach Gramery was alive. Well, not anymore. And now it occurs to me. What if he's not the only one who survived? What do you mean? You see, now that I think about it, I realize that I know. He never saw proof of her demise. We never saw her body. Her? The mind races and the mouth flaps on. My apologies. Forget this matter. I can only hope that the day will come when I again meet my partner, Zach Gramery. Then I shall apologize for my terrible mistakes in hell! I'm glad we had this chance to talk. Thank you. Woo! I will confess my crime in the middle of my magic show. Zach Gramery, Shady Smith, whichever name you prefer, he is no longer with us. The truth revealed in that trial was only a sliver, and the impenetrable darkness that remained has taken another life. I knew what I have to do to push back the darkness for good. And would involve paying that man a visit. It's time to see Mr. Fancy Pants. I gotta do another fucking... Are you sure it says you do want to be Kristoff?
I'm being invited into another VC.
No. Sorry, sir. Prisoner Kristoff Gavin is currently occupied. I see. Do you know when he'll be finished? Well... could you go find out? Certainly, sir. Please wait here for a moment. My apologies to the guard, but there's something I need to see. Time to snoop. There it is, the yellow envelope. And the sender is Drew Misham. I was right!
When I arrived at the studio, Mr. Misham was at his desk. He seemed to be writing a letter, but he quickly sealed the envelope. It was a yellow envelope. I heard it was left at the crime scene.
If this is the last letter that Drew Misham wrote, then there's something I need to do. Last thing I need to do, in fact. Here goes! Let's see if this Atraquin or spray finds anything.
Ooh, boy.
I love how they blurred out his name. You can still see Drew Misham in the blur. So this is Drew Misham's messenger of death. It was this stamp, alright, no mistaking it. His last letter was sent to Kristoff Gavin. The interview request came, like you said it would, and they're looking into the case. I swear on my life I won't tell them about you, so please release the spell. You put on my daughter, I'll write later with the report. Gotcha! Blackmail! Finally. Decisive evidence! What's this? A burglar in jail? Gavin! I didn't know you moonlighted in larceny, right? Gavin, there's something I have to ask you. Can I steal your stuff? The answer is no. My apologies, but there's not much I care to discuss. Vera Misham hasn't received her verdict yet. You follow me, Gavin? Okay, so this is taking place like right after we just talked to Valen instead of the past. Okay. Man, you aged gracefully for a couple of months. You follow me, Gavin? There is no known survivors of Atraquin poisoning. Never hurts to hope. Okay, I'll be leaving now then. Right, wait. Yeah, Gavin? Would you mind leaving that letter? It's private. Oh, sorry, forgot I had it. Many thanks. Whoa! What the fuck? What the fuck? What the hell? It's a fucking camera. Oh my god. We've now seen all the clues in this case. Clues I gathered over 7 long years, with a little bit of time traveling. Now it is time. Every story has an ending. We've come to the final chapter. The final trial. Find the truth. You're the only one who can. To be continued. Day 2 trial, day 2. Oh my god, we finally made it to the second day. Oh hi Phoenix. Welcome to the court. Welcome to court. 7 years. All leaning to one verdict. A verdict which you must decide. Is the defendant Vera Misham innocent or guilty? The courtroom doors are opening. The trial awaits. Are you ready to begin? That's preparations. I can't read today. Am I Apollo? Am I something inside me? Rising, surfacing. Something important, lost long ago. It's close now, so close. October 9th, 10 a.m., District Court. Oh, alright, court is now in session for the trial of Vera Misham. Apollo, he's alive! Alright, now to get out of my Phoenix voice. The defense is ready, Your Honor! Prosecution's ready to rock. Prosecutor Gavin, how is the defendant Vera Misham's condition? Acute atraquin poisoning, according to our physician. She could die at any time. Thus, her absence from the courtroom today.
What? They can't put her on trial without her being here?
It is unusual.
They should wait for her to get better and do it then. It's so bureaucratic of them.
That's being a little harsh. I can't delay the trial any longer, or they risk having no one left to try. A trial without a verdict can only cause grief. The records of this case and experience tell us this. I have all of the how do I have this evidence? Who gave me this letter? Phoenix? The records of this case and experience tell us this. Apologies to the defendant, but the show must go on. Right. If Vera dies, the trial will be cancelled. I'm not going to let that happen. Mr. Wright told me everything that's been going on behind the curtains all these years. Okay, that's fine. I'm going to give Vera her innocent verdict while there's still time. Very well, your opening statement, Prosecutor Gavin. The prosecution's case is unchanged by recent events. Why did Vera Misham succumb to poison? Because she couldn't live with the guilt of what she'd done. But Vera was poisoned with atraquin, the exact same poison that took her father's life. What better confession could you ask for? Being the killer, she would have had access to the poison. Significant, since it's rather hard to come by. That is true. In other words, I see no need for further discussion. We could have had our verdict yesterday. Well, Mr. Justice, if you had no objections, I see no reason to postpone a verdict. What we need to worry about isn't the verdict, but the trial itself. The defense holds that Vera Misham is the victim, not the killer. If that's so, then you have to prove something. She is in court giving her testimony before us. She was in court. Fuck it, whatever. How do you propose her killer poisoned her? Oh, and incidentally, it would be nice if you told us who her mystery killer was. Prosecution's objection is sustained. I ask the defense to prove its claims to the court. Tell us how Vera Misham was poisoned. I've got 2 things to prove here. Who did it and how. Which... Can I do the who's and the... I do the who. Just who poisoned Vera Misham? I have a name for you. Just a moment there, forehead. You are aware this is an accusation you're making. That's true, and I am going to quickly save. I think a bit of a risk is in order. This much to be precise. I understand. No problem. I know what I'm doing this time. Let's hear it. Ooh, boys and Vera Misham. Phoenix Wright. No. Oh, what's this? Christoph Gavin? I'm sorry. You should use the badge since your evidence is useless without them knowing you're a lawyer. Thank you. What's your game? My bro. There's no way you could... My bro, sorry. There's no way he could do a thing like that. You should know that better than anyone else. Indeed. He is behind bars. I know. However, that doesn't mean it was impossible to do what he did. What? Christoph Gavin had the opportunity to poison Vera Misham. Apparently the defense has something in mind. Let's see what it is. How did Christoph Gavin, currently in solitary confinement, poison her? From what I hear, Atraquin takes a while before it acts on the body. Yes, slow acting it's called. Also from what I hear, my penalties are... Wait, what? What? Okay, I'm wrong, I get it.
They really made an art out of this penalty thing.
How did Christoph... Do I have to do the fucking stamp? Okay. Oh, I thought it was stupid for a second. Okay. How? It's the... girl, I don't know what you want from me.
Do you want me to...
No, I'm looking it up real quick. If it's not the fucking letter or the stamp. Huh? Is it the mailbox? I swear. Oh my god, I'm an... What? Oh, what's this? My, what a beautiful bottle. Must be the coffee mug, of course. I like to give whoever designed that a hand. Literally. Is that nail polish? It's colorless. Something the matter? No, nothing. Nothing at all. The killer put poison in this bottle and made her drink it? As Prosecutor Gavin has told us, this is nail polish. Nail polish? It's like paint for your nails. Know any women with red nails? Oh, I don't know a woman. Oh, my wife has red nails, I see. So she's been painting them all this time. Let's recall yesterday's trial. Remember when Vera was testifying to the court? Court is now back in session. Vera seems pretty tense. Practically chewing her fingernails clean off. Oh no! Whenever Vera became nervous, she had a habit of biting her nails. Her nails. Ah! Prosecutor Gavin, when the prosecution had Vera examined, did they check her nails? Bailiff, have them check the defendant's nails at once. Christoph Gavin didn't have to poison that bottle the day of the poisoning, Your Honor. The moment Vera first held that bottle in her hand, her fate was sealed. But wait, this business about Christoph Gavin giving her that bottle is only conjecture. It's simply inconceivable. Prosecutor Gavin doesn't seem to think so. That face tells me one thing. Christoph Gavin's own younger brother didn't find it inconceivable at all. Well, Prosecutor Gavin, if you feel there is a clear and pressing need, then we may have to summon Christoph Gavin from jail as a special witness. Fine. I've known for some time that an impenetrable darkness lurked at the bottom of this. Darkness that has swallowed even myself. Okay. The defense wishes it's granted. Let prisoner Christoph Gavin take the stand. Bailiff, begin proceedings and call a special witness. The witness is Christoph Gavin, currently residing in solitary cell 13 at Central Prison. Damn, that was quick. Doo-doo. Ah, Your Honor! How nice to see you again. It's been quite a while, hasn't it? What do I owe the pleasure of your company? It's not every day I'm summoned for my solitary cell. In fact, it's never. I think you already know, Mr. Christoph Gavin. Ha! Mr. Justice. I hear you've been doing quite well for yourself. Why do I feel somehow he's still my boss?
Stiff upper lip, Apollo, you can do it.
Does this bottle look familiar? Ariadne nail polish? Why yes, I use it myself. As did the late defendant, I hear. She's not dead yet! And? Was there something concerning this bottle you wish to ask me about? I admit I respect her for her taste in nail polish. Her taste, indeed. This nail polish was how Vera Mission was poisoned. Atroquin, was it? You're well informed about this case, Mr. Gavin. It's almost like you knew this would happen. Even in solitary, much comes to my desk, and I have nothing to do but read. Well, Clavier? Oh shit, I have to do 2 German accents. Maybe you can explain this? You're being accused again, by him again. Ah, and? You agree with his accusations, do you? Let's hold a proper trial, shall we? Christoph Gavin, your testimony, please. I'd be delighted. Charges against you are quite severe, Mr. Gavin. You are suspected of the poisoning of the defendant Vera Misham. Please testify on this matter to the court. Owning the same nail polish does not a murderer make. I have been in solitary confinement for half a year. How could I poison her? My father died of the same poison, the meaning of which should be clear. The prosecution's case holds. She poisoned her father, then attempted to poison herself. Surely you aren't going to suggest I was responsible for poisoning her father too? Yes! Well, I'm afraid the defense's claim is sounding rather unlikely. Naturally. For one, I don't even know the Mishams. Isn't that so, Mr. Justice? Very well, Mr. Justice, begin your cross-examination. I'm accusing Christoph Gavin, my ex-boss. I know he poisoned the Mishams. The question is when could he have done it? Not to mention why. Oh, I can... Ooh. I'm gonna check all of his sprites real quick. Ah, okay. Alright, we're just gonna press everything down. Not that. Can't you still make contact with the outside world in solitary? Oh, so he had an accomplice on the outside. Is that your latest accusation? I am allowed a certain modicum of letter writing. But the contents of those letters are closely checked. It would be extremely difficult to send a hit request. Ah!
Oh, Prosecutor Gavin's on the warpath, isn't he?
Yeah. You think so too, Tracy?
I bet I know why. He must be nervous with Big Brother watching.
And maybe that's a weakness I can turn to my advantage. Are we cool with that? May I continue? Her father died the same poison, the meaning should be cleared. Hold it! Vera had no reason to want to commit suicide. And also, who would commit suicide by doing their nails? Who would? The answer is quite simple, basically. Allow me to explain. Beginning with why did she do it? But the answer is quite simple. She couldn't live with her own guilt. Next, why did she use nail polish to poison herself? This too is simple. She could die doing something that she liked. Something that she liked? When she saw that the trial wasn't going her way, she knew she would die. And it's not easy to bring poison into a courtroom. Must I explain further? I believe that's clear enough, crystal clear.
Wow, the two brothers together is like a two-man wrecking team.
I could use a little more teamwork, though. I assure you, I would like to... Oh, look at them eyeballs! You surely aren't going to suggest... I don't think... Okay, nothing's moving. Alright. That is so weird. I could see his eyes. He is clearly pissed off at me. Let's try this one. Show me your hands! Those beautiful, beautiful hands. Nope. Oh, could I have poisoned her? It's this one then. I was in solitary confinement for half a year. No? I do have to point at something. Oh, wait. That... Okay, this is the right one. Literally, it's his right hand. It's something to do with his right hand. Whoa! That's not on his character portrait. Gotcha. Mr. Gavin, you're nervous about something! There is that finger pointing at me so rudely. And that desperate gleam in your eyes, it's quite disturbing actually. Perhaps because you have no faith in your own logic, which is why you cling to your dubious power. Confident or not, I've come a long way, Mr. Gavin. Just a little more way to go. I need a word. There must be some word that sends shivers down his spine. Oh, wait, what? Surely. Oh, I have to say it at a specific time. Okay, that's why. Okay, that makes more sense. Do 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 do. So it's not during. It's at the very end. For poisoning. Oh! 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 Gotcha! Gotcha! Damn them veins, though. I was looking at the wrong thing. It was you who killed Drew Misham. A bluff worthy of your new mentor, Mr. Wright. Oh, really? But you see, I saw it. Right when you said her father, too. Your hand tensed unnaturally, and a little devil appeared to give me the news. And let's assume, for the sake of argument, that you saw me being tense. What does that mean? Are you tense witnesses? Are all tense witnesses guilty? And tell me, was Drew Misham fond of nail polish too? Sorry, but there's more than one way to poison a man. You don't need nail polish to get to someone's mouth. A little bit of a kiss. Then I must be very talented indeed. You'll see, Drew Misham was killed on October 6th, while I was already in my solitary confinement cell at Central Prison. Oh, excuse me, if that's not an alibi, then I don't know what is. But you found a way, all the same. And I found it too. Ooh, that's new. This is how you poison Mr. Misham. Surprise! Stamp! I'm sure this commemorative stamp requires no introduction. He's so angry. The night Mr. Misham died, he was seen writing a letter. Atriquin was found on the stamp, Mr. Gavin. So am I to understand the stamp was the murder weapon? Yes. Yes, you are. Oh, and yes, this stamp was found in your prison cell. Oh, so dramatic. Oh. That is all, Your Honor. Order! Order! A poison on the back of that stamp? After Drew Mission was killed, someone paid a visit to his witness's cell. Phoenix Wright.
Daddy?
That's when he found the stamp. You made Drew Mission write you a letter. That's how you killed him. What? My. You've upset my poor brother to the point of uselessness. Allow me to clarify this matter, Justice. All you'll need to do is recall witness Spark Brushell's testimony. Oh my god.
Well, that's the thing, see? After he put his letter in that envelope, Mr. Misham sat there searching his desk drawer for something.
His desk drawer?
Yes, a stamp. A so-called postage stamp, end quote.
He was looking for a stamp. Ergo, he had no intention of using this stamp. What are you getting at? What I'm arriving at is that this commemorative stamp was in a frame. It was a mere coincidence that he used it that night. That would seem to be the case. Or perhaps you mean to suggest that I can somehow manipulate coincidence. He does have a point. How would this witness know if the victim was going to use that stamp? Without that, he couldn't have planned the murder. Whoa, what? Really, Claudia? You should be seeing through these weak-spined bluffs by now. He's right, though. How could anyone have known Mr. Misham would use that stamp that night? Last of all, Christoph Gavin locked away in his cell. Well, it seems that the defense has run out of things to say. You assume he had something to say in the first place. I believe the defense's bluff has been called. The defense's bluff? The defense's bluff? Same act. Fuck it. I'm not sure I agree with you there, Christoph. Javier? Honestly, I wanted to believe you. But the defense wasn't trying to get away with a bluff. You were, Christoph. What are you saying, Prosecutor Gavin? Yeah, forehead. What was your accusation again? Huh? Oh, it was that. This poison stamp killed Drew Misham, yeah? To which my brother responded thusly. There was no way to know when Mr. Misham would use the stamp. Yes, that's right, which is why it couldn't have been planned. Tell me, it needs to be planned. Why? Why couldn't it have been a coincidence? The defense's case is simply that Drew Misham died by that stamp, that's all. Coincidence? I think not. Christoph, you tried to slip out from under his accusation by changing the subject. If that's not bluffing, what is it? What are you up to, Claudia? I would ask you the same question, Christoph. I silenced the defense with the fewest words possible. It's called efficiency. About Mr. Gavin, that's impermissible testimony. Very well, I shall take his claim head on then. Justice? What? You accuse me of Drew Misham's murder, yes? Then, allow me to ask you, what possible reason could I have to kill a painter?
Apollo, motive. He's talking about a motive.
Indeed, it's odd to see how an attorney could come to want to kill a painter. Now here's something, why didn't he bring up the motive from the very beginning? Unless he was afraid it was a battle he might lose.
So what does it mean?
It means there might be a weak spot. Maybe I have some evidence to prove a motive. A motive for murder? This is vital, if not the most vital element in this case. Please consider this when making your statement. I'd say it's about this vital. That's pretty vital. Well, Mr. Justice, I'm going through with this no matter what. And doing a quick save. Understood, Your Honor. I'd like to present evidence. Then let's see what you have for us. What reason did Christoph Gavin have for wanting to Drew Misham? Or the notebook page. Oh, I do have that, don't I? Okay. I don't know. Christoph Gavin's motive becomes clear when we consider why the stamp came to Drew Misham's studio in the first place. And why was that? Forgery, Your Honor. Go back 7 years. Drew Misham accepts his first job creating forged evidence. I've seen that before. A page from a diary, wasn't it? Magnified Grammary's diary?
Aha, when attorney Phoenix Wright lost his badge, yes. This was the evidence he presented to his loss.
This evidence is a fake, yes. But did Mr. Wright request a forgery be made? That was never proven! The defense attorney on that case was Phoenix Wright. Who other than him, drunk with the prospect of victory, could have done it? And why would they? Just out of curiosity? Do you remember this letter? It was either present the letter or present the notebook. This is the first page. And this is the second. Those were presented in court yesterday. This letter was sent to Drew Misham by the client who requested that forgery. The enclosed stamp was none other than the poisoned commemorative stamp. Drew Misham drew his last breath just the other day. However, the motive for his murder was already 7 years old! 7 years old. Their client who requested this forgery was very cautious. He tried to erase anything and anyone with connections to the forgery to keep them from talking. But he made a mistake.
The stamp was a picture of my favorite magicians, so I kept it. Father took me when I was very young. It was a great magic show. I loved it so much.
The killer's time bomb was delayed. The poisoned stamp was sealed within a glass frame, where it sat for 7 whole years. Dun dun dun! Air forehead, do you understand what you're telling us? The one who schemed up the forged diary page was the one who poisoned the stamp. And it was Phoenix Wright who presented the forged evidence 7 years ago. Adding the two statements together, the one who schemed to kill Drew Misham was none other than Phoenix Wright! Objection! What the fuck? Sorry, but that's not how this is going to go down. Oh, then how will it go down? On you. Wait, what? I checked through the records on that case when I found this. 7 years ago, just before the trial began.
Oh, old boy. Here.
What's this?
I don't know. I just got it over there in the hall. They told me to give it to the old boy in the blue suit with the spiky hair.
And one more thing. Sorry to have sprung this on you so suddenly. I received the files from your previous attorney only yesterday. I understand I'm asking the impossible of you. Yes, well, you haven't really told me what happened yet. All we did was play cards. That was enough. Phoenix Wright was put on the case the day before the trial started. He didn't have time to request a forgery. The day before? Now here's a question. Just who was Shady Enigmar's previous defense attorney? No, this can't all be. But it is all true. There was another man, a defense attorney with a badge on his collar, that proved he's a lawyer. It was you, Christoph Gavin. Order, order. What is the meaning of this witness? I mean, defendant, a former lawyer. Let me begin by denying this. Objection! It's easy enough to look up Mr. Gavin, and impossible to prove you can't. Attorneys are registered with the court the day before the trial begins. In other words, no record remains in the court. How exactly did you intend to prove Phoenix Wright's claims? That would be difficult. I'm afraid this line of inquiry won't be it. Airport, are you sure you don't have evidence?
What's wrong with Prosecutor Gavin? He looks clammy.
Evidence! Evidence that shows this man, Christoph Gavin, requested that forgery 7 years ago. Clavy? Just prove it! Clear up these doubts now, I swear it. I'm off this case.
He must have thought of some evidence, Apollo.
Prosecutor Gavin looks like he's in physical pain. The darkness. I have to pull that darkness out of him. With a kiss. And proof. And proof is the only way I can. What pre Christoph Gavin's link to Drew Misham? Well, Mr. Justice, you claim Christoph Gavin requested a forgery of Drew Misham 7 years ago. Prove it! It can be proven!
Simply ridiculous. Why even discuss it? This evidence does not...
Are you telling the truth, Apollo Justice? Oh, yo, he's saying his full name. I am.
Then, I say we give him the benefit of the doubt.
Oh, fuck, very well. If you're wrong about this, be prepared for the penalty.
Your Honor?
You do the defense an injustice.
Mr. Justice is clearly passionate about this claim. Should the penalty not match his passion? Ah!
Jump scare. I haven't given a penalty like that in a long time. I gave it to Phoenix every time. And the second game about the clowns. Well, Mr. Justice?
Fine, Your Honor. All I have to prove is any kind of link. Something that ties Christoph Gavin to Drew Misham. I have something that clearly does the job.
Very well, Mr. Justice. Present your evidence. Show us the link between our witness and Drew Misham. I need to check this letter, because I actually... Can I read it? Can I read it?
There's an address on here, and a name I've never heard of. At least I think so.
It's too blurry to... Wait, what? Oh, it's blurry. Okay.
Looks like it says David CR something.
I see a bit of a K. I see like a K, like a crit. This says Drew Misham on it, definitely.
The stamp. It's of the Grammys, isn't it? Why did Mr. Wright give me this letter right before the trial? What can it mean?
What can it mean?
This evidence proves there's a link.
Your objection isn't as cool as mine.
That's scrabble paper.
I'm afraid I can't let you submit that.
Is there some problem?
There is. How could you possibly have that? You couldn't.
Hey, that's Daddy's handwriting.
Oh, no, Phoenix! No! Mr. Wright's handwriting? What is the meaning of this?
I see now. Yes, of course.
What do you mean, of course?
I just remembered I had a visitor yesterday. Phoenix Wright came to my cell. Except I wasn't there.
Phoenix Wright? When I returned, I saw he had something of mine in his possession.
Of course, I had no intention of letting him get away with reading my private mail.
Mail? You mean this letter was in your cell?
No.
However, it appears Mr. Wright has yet to be cured of his bad forging habit. Well, if it is a forgery, it's not a very good one. The handwriting's terrible.
This is Mr. Wright's reproduction of what was written in the real letter.
Reproduction?
When Mr. Wright visited Christoph Gavin's cell, he brought with him a small video camera.
Oh?
What?
Oh, anime. That's anime face.
He recorded his entire conversation with you, Mr. Gavin, and the contents of your personal mail,
which is technically illegal, but yeah. Regardless, this mockery of a piece of evidence will never be accepted by the court.
Evidence based on a video a man with no authority whatsoever claims he took.
A man who happens to be an ex-attorney suspected of forgery. Prosecutor Gavin? Prosecutor Gavin?
As embarrassing as this is for me to say, I'm afraid my brother is incapable of making rational judgments at the moment.
Your Honor, your decision, please.
Damn it!
Defense's claim is denied.
What?
Only actual evidence is permitted in a court of law. Please remove the defense's evidence from the record.
Better luck next time, Justice.
Well, we've certainly taken a detour from our cross-examination, but the defense appears to be lacking proof. I'm forced to end the cross-examination of Christoph Gavin at this point.
Apollo, do something.
I'm thinking, but without evidence. I don't have anything I can use on him.
Very well, this ends the special witness's cross-examination.
The show's over, yet the crowd screams for more.
Only now do I understand why. Prosecutor Gavin?
Frankly, I'm relieved. This has been bothering me for 7 whole years. And I'm tired of the whole youthful angst scene. Now's our chance.
Let's clean out the family closet, eh, Christoph? Clavy, you're spinning out of control. Calm yourself before you say something you'll regret. Spinning out of whose control? Mine or yours? Take a moment to consider everything you've built. Your reputation as a prosecutor, your fame with the masses. You could lose it all, Clavy.
Apollo, did you see that? He's trying to press Prosecutor Gavin.
Prosecutor Gavin? Try to remember. What's really important to you? Your amuse me, our forehead. I could kiss you. I couldn't forget what's really important to me, even if I tried. In fact, I haven't. Not even once. 7 years ago. Finally. You just couldn't resist, could you? Right. Resist what? Presenting solid evidence? Might I request we put the current cross-examination on hold? The prosecution would like to call a new witness. State your name and occupation for the record. I'm familiar with the trial. I've watched the video several times. Didn't you find anything unnatural about this? Unnatural? Well, you did seem unusually well prepared. I mean, Mr. Wright had only just presented his evidence. And the next moment you call in your mission. It was almost as if... Almost as if what? Funny. Didn't even occur to me to wonder. But now that I do, see there's only one possible explanation. Almost as if, from the very beginning, you knew Mr. Wright was going to present that evidence. Ah! Correct! I knew that if I applied the usual pressure, Phoenix Wright would eventually come up with that forged diary page. Don't do this, Clavy. Shut up, Dad! I knew because you told me, Christoph! What? It was the night before the trial. Clavy! Christoph, on seeing you at the prosecutor's office the day before the trial. Oh, damn. I won't be appearing in the trial, actually. Huh? Why not? I won't be facing off with you on your first trial, apparently. But in exchange, I brought the information. Information? The attorney who will be there in my place tomorrow is not to be trusted. Don't even give him the benefit of your respect. Listen, I want you to call in a special witness. Then, I wondered about it at the time. How did Christoph know so much? Prosecutor Gavin. Christoph? We were supposed to face each other in that trial. A fair fight, brother to brother. I deserved that much. You let me borrow the victim's belongings. You showed me all of your research on the case. This is sounding more like a French accent.
The victim's belongings?
Which would have included Magnify's diary, wouldn't it? Mr. Gavin, my, Clavy, you disappoint me. You find trees, yet miss the forest. You're the one missing the forest, Mr. Gavin. Burn! You can't sweep this under the rug. Not anymore. Tell me what was going on behind that trial. Why not? I've achieved what I came here to do. I see no harm in a little reminiscing.
Apollo.
I think we're finally going to shine a light on the black belly of this thing, Trucy. We've done everything we could. I hope that's enough. 7 years ago, the day before the trial, I visited the detention center at the request of my client, Zach Gremery. 2 cards. 1 card. Enough! You lose, Gavin. Thanks for the work. Now go. You damn, you lost your game of poker. To be honest, I don't know what his reasons were to this day. As far as I could tell, he dismissed me as his representation because I lost in a game of poker. I come to no other conclusion.
Daddy used to say something. If you want to know a man, you have to compete.
Zach wasn't watching his points or the cards. He was watching the man behind the cards. Christoph Gavin. I couldn't believe it. Phoenix Wright? A second-rate attorney who relies on luck and bluffs? I mean, that's true. He dismissed me and went with that pitiful excuse for a man. He deserved to die for that error alone. Hold it! So the one who requested that forgery was... Oh, I'm not admitting to anything. My point is, these two men shamed me, and I could not forget that. Phoenix Wright and Zach Gramery both deserved what they got. So you asked Mr. Misham to forge that evidence, so you could win. Then when you were dismissed as Zach Gramery's attorney, you used your forged evidence as a trap. You fed me information about the forgery you made. Then you gave your dirty evidence to him. You're free to imagine what you will. My point is that all I had imagined came to pass. Everything went perfectly. All according to Keikaku. What a story, Mark. Incredible. If I wasn't laughing, I'd weep. Prosecutor Gavin? Perfectly? You're mad, Kristoff. Stop fooling yourself. What are you talking about, Clavy? Tell me, how did that trial end? Cancelled? When the defendant vanished? I get it. So, Kristoff, you've been living in the fear for 7 years. What? You were afraid your forgery would be revealed and your reputation thrashed. You couldn't leave things to chance, so you watched everyone involved with the case for 7 years.
You know, he always felt like he was being watched. That's what he said every day for 7 years. I felt it too. Journalists sure he is being watched, end quote. Do you ever wonder why Zach Gramery got rubbed out after 7 years? Right after coming into contact with me?
Oh, wait just a minute. Zach Gramery was seen by this reporter? How is that possible? How was he alive after being gone 7 years?
Finally!
I knew this moment was coming. I just didn't think we'd get here so fast. Zach Gramery gone missing for 7 years. Trucy's father.
What's wrong, Apollo? Go get him.
Right. Leave it to me. Doo-doo. Allow me to refresh the court's memory. 6 months ago, Kristoff Gavin was charged with murdering a mysterious traveler. I remember him quite well. J.D. Smith, was it? Poisoned in a Chinese restaurant. Tragic. The details don't really matter right now. What matters is that traveler was Zach Gramery. He was Russian, but whatever.
What is it, Apollo?
Huh?
Keep going. We'll talk about it later.
Did she already know? Can someone tell me what the fuck is going on? Mr. Justice, can you explain this? It all started 7 years ago. The great magician Magnify Gramery's death started it. Magnify Gramery's death and his student Zach Gramery, the suspect. Whoever defended Zach in court successfully would be famous beyond belief. Thinking that Kristoff Gavin did the unthinkable, he forged evidence. True, Misham? Actually, it was his daughter, Vera, who really did the work. You took precautions when you had that forgery made, didn't you, Mr. Gavin? Precautions? To keep people from talking, of course. These two know too much. Leave them alive and there'll be nothing but trouble. That's when you planned your poisoning of the forgers. Atraquin. Applied to a commemorative stamp. But luck was on Mr. Misham's side. The bomb didn't go off. His daughter. She saved him by taking the stamp, I see. That wasn't the only bomb he set up. The Ariadne nail polish, of course. You noticed something when you requested that forgery. When Vera Misham is nervous, she had a bad habit. A tendency to bite her nails. Ah! That nail polish was her good luck charm. She was almost kidnapped once. Since then, she's been well. You can see for yourself. She refuses to leave the house.
That person gave me a good luck charm for when I absolutely had to go outside. It protects me.
A kidnapper Okay. Yeah, apparently she received something, a gift. She won't tell me what it was. It was from that client, the one who wanted that note made. It was his insurance. Insurance? As long as she lived quietly at home, then there was no danger to her. What if she had to go outside? If she ran into any trouble, she'd become nervous, and the nail polish would do the rest. His time bomb sat there for 7 years. Then, they went off almost simultaneously. This is one heavy trial, guys. Drink. If you're finished, may I return to my cell now? I'm not accustomed to standing for such long periods of time. You were a defense. Mr. Gavin, have you heard a single thing we've said? Oh, I listened quite closely to your little tale. Quite an entertaining piece of fiction. Right! Clavy, surely you understand. We're back to the evidence. The lacking evidence. Nothing proves a link between him and the Atraquin that took Drew Mission's life. What about the restaurant? You killed Zach Gramery to keep him from talking. I killed no man of that name. Read over the reports again if you like. The victim was a traveler by the name of Shady Smith, about whom we knew little else. You can't seriously think that I knew he was that particular fugitive. Okay, then why did you kill him? I pled my right to remain silent. Remember, this court did not convene to me on trial. The defendant's name is Vera Misham, suspected in the murder of her father. My trial's been finished for 6 months now. I'm afraid we have strayed considerably from our purpose here. This court concurs with the witness. It is defendant Vera Misham who is on trial here.
No, but you were doing so well, Apollo.
As long as there is no evidence to support the accusation against him, this court of inquiry cannot find Vera Misham innocent. Your Honor, Phoenix Wright spent 7 years collecting this evidence with the power of time traveling. You still don't get it, do you? Let us assume there was poison in the nail polish. Who then was responsible for causing Vera Misham to bite her nails? What? It wasn't me, I know that much. The one who brought that poison to her lips was you. What? Huh? Oh, right reaction. Evidence is everything. There is nothing more. I believe this discussion has reached its conclusion. Your Honor, Mr. Justice, you have performed admirably well for a novice attorney. I respect your partner, Phoenix Wright's determination as well. However, without the direct proof, you have nothing. Isn't that right, Clavy? Unfortunately, yes. Christoph, you're right. Yes, Christoph. That is, you would have been right until now. What? Did the news not reach your desk in solitary? The eyes of the nation are on this courtroom today. This is the trial case for the new judicial system. That's right! Totally forgotten. There was like the juris system! Juris, you say? The current judicial system has been deemed too closed off from society. This new system attempts to inject the wisdom of common citizens into the law. Common citizens? Wisdom? Is this some kind of joke? What could we possibly gain by doing this? Entrusting our judicial system to a mindless emotional mob of irrational mouth breathers? Plebs! Common citizens have something called common sense. Common sense is not restricted by the law. Nonsense! There's only room for two. Me and the law. Damn, that is a face. Ooh. Keep the riffraff out. Out, I say! Sir, you're... They're not in the court, actually. Oh, don't look at me! Don't look at me! They're staring directly at me! The anime boy is looking at me. They're watching everything by video camera. Please, everyone stop staring at me. Clavier's face turn. It's... How can you allow this? Incidentally, the one responsible for making this happen was Phoenix Wright. Phoenix Wright. Yeah!
So, everything was leading to this, of course. Right.
Oh, that is a woo break. He went Super Saiyan. Oh, honey, you need.
I won't accept! I can't accept! This is no court! Law. The law is everything. Law is absolute. You let ignorant swine soil your courts.
Kristoff, it's over. Damn, what a face.
Clavi!
The law is absolute. You can't be serious.
What?
Odd, I thought you spent your life looking for loopholes. Law isn't absolute. It's filled with contradictions. The law is the end product of many years of history, the fruit of human knowledge, like a gem polished to the gleam through trials and errors. It is this fruit we received and pass on and face in our times. And it is also changing, growing. Nurturing it is our task as human beings. Except for you, Kristoff. You aren't changing. You've stopped. Boomer,
Don't say that!
you're not needed anymore. I couldn't think of anything to say. Damn, he was so hot. Maybe because I still haven't seen enough. But someday I'll know what law is. And I'll fight to change it, if I have to. Is Vera gonna be okay? I see no need to further prolong this trial. This began as the trial of Vera Misham accused of murdering her father. The painter, Drew Misham, however, several other incidences were reviewed and we seem to have reached a conclusion. Before this court declares a verdict, I await your decision. Jurist of the court. For the death of Drew Misham, how do you find the defendant Vera Misham? Innocent or guilty? I turn to you now to consider this matter. No to be okay. 12:48 p.m. Jurist Chambers. This ends the trial for this case. Only the verdict remains to be decided. Defendant Vera Misham is currently in intensive care. If a decision cannot be reached today, it may never be reached. The factors involved are simple. Did the defendant poison her father that night? If so, she is guilty. Well, is there another reason for Mr. Mission's death? Did another person poison him? If so, she's innocent. Panel has been provided for each of you to input your decisions. That is all. Do you want to do some jurors? It's because my voice hurts.
Yeah. Please, wait.
Yeah, jurist number 6?
There's something in the jurist handbook here. Persons involved with the case may not be jurists?
That is correct. I've looked into all your dossiers. None of you were involved with the development of the case.
With the development of the case, I see.
Does that answer your concern? It's time for your verdicts. Make your decisions now! Vote now! Against Vera Misham! After 7 years, the truth is ready to be heard. Judge wisely. Judge well. Ah! 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 Oh, I'm just gonna... I can't save. Not guilty. Boop! She still has the bracelet!
Oh!
Maybe she still is blind and she uses that as like a way to talk to people. And so a verdict was reached on October 9th, 2:14 p.m. The first verdict under the jurist system. Innocent, by unanimous decision. The record will show, oh Jesus man, that when the verdict was announced, special witness, Kristoff Gavin laughed. A laugh louder than any ever heard before, or since. He's got the light Yagami laugh. A laugh that echoed in the halls of justice, lingering for what seemed like hours. October 10th, 8:30 a.m., the morning after the trial. In an intensive care ward, a true miracle occurred. Vera Misham opened her eyes. Damn it, she brought all that stuff with her too. No. Vera! I'm so glad
Don't cry, Apollo. I'm happy too and proud. You did well, Apollo. When I thought about what if Vera,
Hey now, don't you start crying too. Sorry, you had to see us like this. Aww. Vera?
Thank you so much, Apollo. Thank you.
No, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have pressed you like that. If you hadn't... If I hadn't, you never would have bitten your nails.
No, I was wrong. Staying locked inside like that, clinging to my good luck charm.
Vera?
When I opened my eyes and saw you, I finally understood.
You're my host.
It's important to be part of the world.
Oh, hi, Razid! I was wondering what was making all that. I think we're at the end. I think this is the end. A lot of twisty turnies.
To see things with your own eyes.
Looks like that poison had some effect after all. It killed off whatever was holding Vera back from life.
I knew you'd pull through, Vera. I mean, that's what Apollo was fighting for the whole time. Your future. I won't forget. I won't forget it. Here, let me thank you.
No, really, it's okay. Aww.
Ooh, look, it's me. I love it. Thanks.
Is that me?
She really captured your essence, Apollo. Well, I think so, at least.
Now I hear the word essence or see the word essence, I now get traumatized. Now I fell into a black hole that I will send in the Discord because
Is it because of the plot twist?
No, it's not. It's from something unrelated that happened today. Let me
That reminds me. Do you know where the other lawyer is?
The other lawyer?
Oh, you mean Daddy, except he's not a lawyer anymore. It's my fault, isn't it? I'm sorry. Oh, no, that's not what I meant. No, it's okay. I'm through looking away from things I've done. I hope I can look him in the eyes again someday and apologize.
I'm sure he'd be happy to hear that.
He brought all those things for me when he came to visit earlier.
Explains how
Oh, you mean the sack of videos? Mr. I finished watching them all? And the piano and the grape juice?
You know, I knew my real daddy was alive.
Huh?
I was there 7 years ago, remember? I was the one who helped him vanish from the courtroom.
You do what? How?
I'm not telling. He promised me that day he went away.
Oh yeah, I've been giving him a southern accent, but you don't need to give him that anymore, I guess. That was some feedback. There's some feedback on yours.
Okay, let me put on the headset.
Well, I'll do this for a bit. We may not meet again for some time, Trucy, but know this, I will be watching, and one day, I shall return.
One day. For the next memory, after all.
Ha ha ha! Oh, Trucy, man, you couldn't keep that promise, could you?
It's okay, Phoenix is my daddy now, even if he can't really play the piano.
I miss this song. That he can't.
Oh, and I've got you too, even if your voice is kinda loud sometimes.
Glad I made your list.
Hey, come to think of
This
it,
would be on our list.
where is Daddy? The one who can't play. Do you know Apollo?
I think he said he had to meet someone.
Yeah,
I
and we're
wonder.
about to see.
Maybe it's a new mommy.
Let's sigh. What happened to Iris or Dahlia, whatever?
Oh, Trucy?
Still in jail.
Yes, Vera? I was wondering, could you show him to me once more? Sir Hat, was it? Oh, he's not been knighted yet. Here goes. Do us an impersonation, Mr. Hat.
Objection! Not loud enough. And I like Miss Magic Underwear better anyway.
That's magic panties, Apollo.
And that was the last we ever talked about it.
Actually, it gets brought up again in a future game.
Damn it! You wanna be a Phoenix?
So, your memories returned.
I know who this is. Mr. Wright, was this all a part of your plan too?
I don't know what you're talking about.
When I lost my memory, I was reborn as Lamiwar. But you know my true identity, did you not? That is why you chose me as one of your jurists.
Ah, you're thinking too much into it. No. Besides, there's no guarantees that regaining your memory would make you happy.
Of course it is. Of course it is a happy thing. For so long, I thought I was alone. Well, now I know I have children. 2 dear children. I'm so proud of them. This, too, I think, is thanks to you.
Are you going to tell them?
They do not know.
They don't know their mother. They don't know even know their siblings.
I will go to them when the time is right. Until then,
Don't worry, I'll take care of them for you. They're very important to me too. A little annoying at times, still. I have to keep on her at least, because I'm the only one who knows how she really feels on the inside. Your bracelet.
yes?
There's been a lot of mysterious things these past 7 years, but your bracelets were the strangest of all.
Look at our boy!
I remember meeting him half a year ago now in Kristoff's cabin's office. And then I met you. Two fates destined to intertwine, and I was there when they crossed. I'll never forget that.
Such a small thing, that bullet, yet it tore who I was away. Was she flying in the air when it was happening?
Yeah, she believed she could fly.
10 years ago, during a simple rehearsal. It was a miracle no one died. But I didn't survive that accident. And that's why I left the troop, my family. Now, my memory has returned. I am myself once more. For the first time, I'm glad to be alive, Mr. Wright.
Speaking of miracles, Vera Misham regained consciousness this morning. I can only hope she's as glad as you are.
It is a strange thing, fate. Sometimes a life is taken, sometimes a life is spared.
You know what I've been saying? People don't die that easily, really. As long as they got something worth living for.
Or they hit a certain part of the nerve. Now, that's pretty much the end of my story, for now anyway. No, it's your end. I've still got a long way to go, and this power of mine, well, it needs some work. But there's hope now. We'd lost it, but somehow, we found it again. That's why people are smiling again. Hope. Yeah, I think I'll keep at this layer thing for a while. Oops, training time. Gotta go. Cords of steel. Here comes justice! Objection!
Oh, that's
Mitsu and no!
the last thing we see is Phoenix Wright giving bedroom eyes.
I'm glad you're staying with the agency, Apollo. It's like I found my long-lost big little brother. Oh, and don't you worry about Troop Grammary. Trucy's on the case. Now that I have this, thanks to Daddy.
And Trucy Grammary, frankly, I got my doubts, but Hat Grammary, now that'll back 'em in. Man, I can't wait to see Apollo, to play as Apollo Justice again. He was such a great character. Time to play the next game. Oh.
He becomes edgy. It's not every day you get a trial that looks harder than one of my gigs, yeah? That's why it's over. 7 years of breaking up.
Oh no!
Issues at the market nationwide. And you're the real star now. I look forward to our next jam session.
And then we never saw Clavier Gavin again. Or Kristoff.
Well, he's been dating Apollo off screen.
I guess he will. He dives into his edgelord phase.
Well, it's finally over. You know, thinking about it, I've been a piano player longer than I was a lawyer. Now that everything's sorted, I've got time on my hands. Maybe I'll take some lessons, or maybe I'll take the bar exam again.
Hey, hell, he's got time. I mean, I think this time is up now to do the bar again. No, he's been a lawyer longer than he's been a pianist. But now I have the important question: who is Apollo's daddy?
Apparently Phoenix, in this case.
Oh, wait, what? So I was standing
He's a
around
daddy
eating
now.
snack goose the other day when I got this crazy idea. What if they were golden? They could augment the crunch, or better yet, make them ding! And the power of science, although the preservatives might not be 100% safe. Glad to see you're okay, Emma.
He
Emma
also
did
gave-
nothing that trial, I've realized. Or barely did anything.
He's
She
basically
gave us-
gonna be hitting the justice in the background.
I'm not gonna see any of these characters again besides Phoenix, am I? Duh! In an unlikely event you are wanting Russian feast, come to Bush Book Club. The only thing colder than restaurants is borscht. Nah, but if greater challenge is being required... Arrgh! Then come to the hideout. You know who to ask for. I love
Yeah,
Olga.
yeah,
She's
that's
one of my
the right
favorite witnesses. Is this a new to the credits, or is this like a re-edit of the... like a remake of the credits
Good
from
question.
the first one?
It is a remake of your.
It is, yes. Yeah. So, Kentucky Pastries is getting back in its eastern roots. Spread the culture and all. Yo, boss, culture time!
This is how we write root a beast.
But we're still having given back to the people. Yo, boss, PR time! Ah! Ah!
And this is how we write people, alright?
Now that Walkie's paying any attention. Ugh, kids. How's Walkie doing? Now that he learned his girlfriend was trying to murder him, maybe.
It awakened something in him.
Oh no. I love this kid so much. Buzzloid, Chinese characters on cake was a fly idea like 3,000 years ago. Believe that. Man, you want to make it today, you gotta keep it real. You know what I'm saying? Yo, that's why I made the OG cracker. For real. I know it don't look like no cracker. G, what, you want me to call it the OG muffin? It's just a pie. We made a little mini pie.
That's probably what he called it as such.
It's not a pies aren't crackers. It's a, excuse me. I don't know where all this talk about food is coming from. You ask me, there's only one food, and that's noodles. Noodles forever. It me. I got a new one too. See? This time I just put a big chunk of salt in the bowl. Why pretend? Eldu's noodles is all about the salt. Salt forever. I am going to have the worst throat pain ever. I've learned I'm actually not allergic to soy sauce. It's just how people normally react to soy. Oh god, not this guy! Ah! I don't want to see him!
My expression. The inquisitive nature has won me an unforgettable reward. You see, you used to call me Wester's Sticky Head.
That Grammy is still trying to get over that fence.
No luck. I have a new name that reflects my true academic nature. Wesley Sicko reporting. Ah, yes, it's true. Nice to be this, and I am the cure.
That's the one, officer! That's the one! That's the one! He is guilty of thieving people's, like, clothes.
Sammy's well, undergarments.
But still, it's close. That Grammy is still trying to get over the fence. You can't stop me!
Let me in! Let me in!
Do, 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 do. I don't know how to thank you for all you've done. Oh, she's so pretty! Light has returned to my life, and with it joy. I may have lost years, but I have gained a treasure. 2 treasures, in fact. I will think of them when I write my next song. She's so pretty!
She looks slippery!
She's so pretty! She's so pretty!
I'm never gonna see her again. She aged like wine. Oh, Jesus.
Special here on with another interview. Hey, what do I feel about the things turnabout? There should have been more kissing with the 2 lawyers.
End quote.
Where the journalist...
Is he in solitary confinement?
Yes.
For
being him.
For just being himself. He might not even be real.
Is he the food, eh?
I've decided to keep painting. Originals only, of course. I suppose I'll have to see a bit of the world outside to find what to paint. But I know there are good people out there now. I've met them.
Aww.
The door is open. The world is waiting. Thank you.
Aww. I did wonder why Trissy's the only one with a diamond and Lamuar's Shu Takumi. Woo! Oh, that's so cute.
A big happy family.
Oh, it reminds me of the photo from the first game. Is that the? Oh, art! You have a like special bonus and music background from Kazuya Nuri, and art. Where do I get my... Continue to the next game? Not yet. We'll do that another time. But, oh, it's in the museum. Right, oops. I want to see that art. I want to see art. Where is it?
Shouldn't it be in episode 4?
Oh, wait, no, it's this one. There we go. Art library. Spoilers. Spoilers for the, oh wow, this is all. Look at these boys. Look at these boys. I will say, Kristoff's new breakdown was pretty sick. Very light Yagami. Oh, that's it? I thought I got cool art. Oh, there's a blue badger. There's a blue badger.
Trilogy.
Key visual illustrations. Ah, there. Oh. And there's Mr.
Gavin looks like he's trying.
Look at Mr. Hat.
Gavin looks like he's ready to do a bit of a reach around and grab Apollo's butt.
Yes, he is. He's about to smack it. Kristoff is ready to kill people. Oh, I get art from doing new games. Gotcha. Well, Kazuya, didn't he do the art in, didn't he do the Great Ace Attorney as well? Because this looks very... Because this also looks like
Possibly.
Yeah, because this art style looks... This specific art style, like his eyes especially, looks very familiar. And the bag of bottles in Emma's bag looks also super familiar.
At the time of this, well, looking at artwork,
My boy.
Great Ace Attorney
this is all character design. Oh, there's different stuff. Look at him in all of his suits. This dashing boy.
Honestly, he looks better with the full sleeves.
No, I mean, I think I like the roll up a bit more. Look at him. Oh, he has pumped up. I love him. He's so cute. He's so cute. I love Apollo. He's just a good man, good boy. Oh, wow. Ooh, wow. Is this like super early Apollo art?
Possibly.
That is so wild. I love looking at concept art. Ooh. You know, she looks good with the dark blue, I feel. I love little baby Tracy. She's so cute. Oh, wow.
It looks closer to Lamiwar.
Yeah, she also has a little bit of Emma with mainly the bangs. Oh, not Emma, Maya. No, pink. Ah, yes, Mr. Hat. The greatest character of all. Mr. Hat. Look at our boy Phoenix. And Kristoff. Ooh, that hair. Ooh, damn hair, though. He's
If
gonna.
I had a cookie for a puppet named Mr. Hat, I would have 2 cookies.
Oh,
It's weird that there is 2 characters.
The fucking hair, man.
I think he's trying to show his cleavage in that shot.
Which one? Little booby. Oh, and the headset one with the headsets.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Gotta get that hair right. I do like the flicks on the bottom one. That one would also.
Mm-hmm.
He looks a little bit like Sebastian, the best. In some of this concept art.
He actually
He looks like. Oh, I do have my mouse. He looks also like a Tatsuya from Persona 2 and Twilight Sparkle.
Actually, yeah, one of them kind of makes him look like definitely a Cry character.
He looks like Tatsuya on this one. I forgot I still have Emma and Mr. Shady, Mr. Slim Shady. Ooh, I do like the love the mustache. I do the cap. That cap would have also been really good as well. Olga, Mr. Gaeldun. He looks like Cronus or Crona from Pokemon Diamond and Pearl. With like the outward noodles. Little Battle Angel.
Hi!
Aye.
You'll never see me in those outfits.
Oh, I love Lucky. Oh, he's gonna have a fox scarf. Aw. I wanted him to have the fox scarf. That would have been funny.
That looks like an alpaca, like, shirt. That's 3D.
The what now? What shirt?
It looks like a 3D shirt that has an extended.
Oh,
It looks like an alpaca.
And of course, our lovely Plum Kataki was always perfect. She was always. And this fucking dude. Look at his eye! Look at this dude's eyes! I made this pervert stare at you. This also looks like the law school from The Greatest Attorney with the hat. The hat and
maybe
cape.
that's the decided to reuse.
Lammy. Ooh, I do like the. I do like pale. That looks cool. And our boy Maki.
The crush of.
He's got. Nice hood. I swear to God, I had this thought that Kristoff was actually Apollo's dad, but I don't think that would make sense because I think Kristoff would be too young at that time. Unless I'm right. But Zed, why are you quiet?
I'm here.
Okay.
You can't hear me?
I can't hear you. I didn't hear you, but just no comment on me saying Kristoff is Apollo's daddy.
Well, a lot of people like to ship Phoenix with certain prosecutors. Let's just say
see.
that.
Look at that! Look at that hair!
That is some wild hair.
Love that. Oh, again, I love the bear. I love the bear sketchbook. It's so cute. A little hoodie. Little
Give
bear.
her more personality.
She
The
is.
concept.
She was so. She was like comically shy. Oh, this fuck. Oh, why'd you put him in his?
Oh no!
What is
Hey,
this?
put him in his country.
Why is this? Also, that is 100% going to bleed. A pen.
Honestly, I like the
I feel
design
like
on the bottom right more.
with the big old schnauzer, or this one.
Well, actually, I think it's the same schnoz, just we're looking
Front
at it
facing.
forward
He looks like a
facing.
Balin character. That's what he reminded me of. But like those kinds of pens, 100% you would cut yourself. Why? Why artists? Why? No, I didn't want to zoom in. Yo, he would look good with the best though. He look good with the best. Of course, Balin always perfect. Ooh, ooh.
How many Grammarys are seeing?
It's a lot of grammar.
Why did it actually look ridiculous?
Man is wide. I never realized how wide he was. Bald! 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 Bald!
Cowboy Bebop.
Bald! She's so cute. I get why they probably wouldn't want to do that. Old Gam. Of course. Oh, they were gonna make him bigger? Oh, man. They were gonna make Winston
Payne.
Winston.
No, that's his family. That's his entire family line.
Give him a bit of a tum. Oh yeah, or a mohawk.
That's his cousin.
Beret,
That's his brother.
mohawk. do. Emo
The
hair.
one in the top right.
That's him on the top
The
right.
one in the top. He's his father.
I see.
That's Payne's father. They're all members of the Payne family.
Oh god. Look at everyone. They're all back. This is all just. Look at Gumshoe. This is gonna be the last time we ever see him.
No, it isn't.
It's not the last time we were gonna see Gumshoe?
I've seen on the objection lol videos where there's an actual 3D model of Dick.
Gam. After. Get me in here, you damn bastard!
Sorry, lady, but we can't let you
Let me in!
for a guitarist.
Alright. Oh, my boy. I'm ready for my boy Simon Says. I still have no idea what that means, but okay. Animation studio, what does that mean? The gas.
Oh,
Oh my god.
you get to make your own objection lol videos now. That's kind of the point.
I
You
can make my
your
own.
objection lol.
I can make my
Yep.
own. Didn't someone just make a Didn't someone make like a new like objection.lol thing where it's just
Yeah.
like, hey, let's just make our own. We've waited long enough for a new Ace Attorney game. Let's just make our own.
Objection! Objection! Take that!
Take
Yeah,
that.
it's basically to
Gotcha!
make your own objection laws.
Look at our boy. Serious mode. Can I get? Oh, whoa! Oh, I got all of them. Okay, gotcha.
Objection!
Thank you, Sam Riegel. I can't wait to hear your voice again.
Hold it! Objection!
Of course.
Objection!
Yeah, Kristoff's is the weakest one. I do love his face.
Gone, baby!
Can I set the music?
You can set it anywhere, actually.
Can I just do it the?
The 900th time we've guilty.
Aw, man. What do you mean? I did set the music. Hold up. Oh, did I forget to press A? That's probably why. I can have orchestral This was my favorite song. Yeah, this, oh man. Yo, why you kind of smooth with it though? Oh yeah. This, oh my god. Man's got the light Yagami. The animation's about 20 seconds long, it cannot be cancelled. Okay, that's fine. He's got the light Yagami lamp that's
Right!
Right!
For saying!
I was about to say that. Oh, I thought he was getting possessed. Like, have we ever seen him as that? Have we ever seen him as? I don't think in the last one. He's been. Yeah, this is the light Yagami. Ah, ah, ah. Losing composure. Yo, he's still a handsome man, though. You cannot deny. And my little boy Kataki.
Right.
I would cosplay Wacky. It would be pretty hard to, but.
Well,
You got
you
something
can make the
to say,
argument
punk!
he's making the argument he could be the alternate character design for Naruto.
I'm putting Dr. Hickfield on the stand for impersonating a doctor. He's still not a doctor. I don't think. Because wasn't he told that, wasn't he a patient, like, in the Dr. Hottie clinic pretending to be Dr. Hottie?
Yes.
Is he actually, his name's not Hickfield then, is it? Unless...
Can be related to Body.
Little baby I put Trucy right! Little baby Trucy on the stand. She's very happy to be here, Your Honor. I do like this pose a lot, especially this is very cute. Just this photo. I sentenced Trucy right. And I just want to see Dick Gumshoe just a little bit more. I miss him. Can I get just regular Apollo? I can't. Oh man. Can I change the stuff? Yeah, return to title screen. Can I change the title music in this game? In the menu? I don't think I can. Nope.
Based on what you're playing at the moment, I believe.
Okay. Do. Well then, I did not know if we were gonna finish Ace Attorney today. I thought we were gonna finish it next week, and then I could go on vacation because I don't work next week. But I guess instead, maybe we should just do a one-on-one, depending on how I feel. Probably from Wednesday through, not Saturday, because then I leave. Probably Thursday, Friday. Tuesday and Friday stream. Dual Destinies. It would work. Duel 2. I'm a genius. This has been a journey. I have finished the first Great Ace Attorney. I'm now on the second one. This has been a ride to be with people, with friends. A person has like joined me once in like a Discord call. Thank you, Vincent, whoever you are, random citizen, for joining us. He only got like the most out of context. He couldn't see what I was saying because I don't have like a capture for my TV to show my Switch. So he just looked for the dialogue, like the transcript dialogue from the wiki. Anyway, you saw what I DM'd of like the thing that like gets me like just terrified for my life.
I don't think I've seen that yet.
It's a boys love game. BL game. And it's very saucy. And I was warned about it before. And I've only just learned it is English speaking now. Alright, now I need to like I'm gonna make a quick folder on my computer. I'm gonna play some music too, because this is awkward. All of the out of context screenshots I've sent, and then just send it straight to the Discord server. Okay, I was scared for a second that ad blockers are not allowed on YouTube. It looks like you may be using an ad blocker. Goodbye.
I still use that.
Yeah, someone sent me a new ad blocker because my old one, I think, was like virus inducing. I just make a new folder out of context. Apollo Justice Trilogy. Just gonna do all of it. But thank you guys for joining. I honestly don't think I would have gotten through all of Phoenix Wright of this game with just myself. I also felt it would just be a bit boring.
Well, if you ever need an extra hand with the other games, let me know.
This guy.
I wouldn't mind doing this again either.
I'm sorry, what?
I wouldn't mind doing this again either, and maybe actually be here from the get-go.
No, it's okay. It's fine. I just asked anyone if they wish to join us on this journey of... Okay, so hopefully Steam just saved all of those so they're just nothing fucked up. Okay. Now I'm just gonna be sending these in bulk in Gaming Talk. With spoilers, I'll make it its own tag. I'll make like its own like thread of all of my... I assure you, it's quite based because I feel like everyone has quoted that or seen it. It is quite based.
Well, like Phoenix.
Yeah.
I think Megglesworth actually makes a good Athena site.
Without those panties, I don't know what I'll do. But panties are an extra dimensional space. Anything can fit in there. And with this first time I felt this way with a man. Damn, Clavvy. Don't worry, I can handle myself around guns. Do you think sampling free food counts as religion? Why? That's like throwing him in the same class as Daddy. When in doubt, fiddle. That's what Daddy always says. He says some sanity on the madness. I think we're all a bit lost here, Your Honor. Though I can't say I'm any less confused about the case. Why can't we have a normal, straightforward killing once in a while in this country? Man, how many times do we have to listen to the same thing? Darian. Everyone's got an opinion and they just talk and nothing gets decided. I've given up trying to understand them. It's much easier that way. Lord Daddy, that's kind of stretching the whole archaic thing a bit. Congratulations, you've completely lost me. Things are already confusing enough with all these daddies running around. I know it's hard for you, but hey, he's a handsome guy. He's hard? Very well, miss, if you would. This is why I have come. Sometimes life just sucks. Same, Phoenix. And this was all from today. I'm sorry. Clavier, Trucy, and Apollo staring directly at me still scares me. Don't look at me! You're not supposed to break the fourth wall. Alright then. Well, I don't really see a reason why we need to keep going. Unless we want to just see a quick thing of Dual Destinies, but I don't think... I think I want to keep that on the back burner for next week. I mean, I gotta go to bed. Thankfully, it's not midnight, and thankfully I showered before stream. Woo! I am no longer stinky. Anyway. Thank you to the people who joined the stream, and to Brazita and Megals, and I hope to see you guys again tomorrow. And I think I'll also I think I'm gonna make a new thumbnail for Dual Destinies as well, because this is not Apollo Justice anymore. Does this trilogy still follow Apollo Justice?
Yes and no.
Okay, yeah, that's why. Okay.
Like, Dual Destinies has Apollo Justice go into his edgelord phase.
I'm ready to voice edgelord Apollo.
Also, so he's not directly involved with the entire game, but the game after that, it's Phoenix, Athena, and Apollo all share the the defendant side.
I see. Oh wait, Maya?
Phoenix an appearance.
No,
and
no,
so
I mean, I know Phoenix is the main character of the third one. Athena is the second one. Anyway, all right then. I guess that'll be all. Thank you again, once again, everyone, for joining, and I will hopefully see you next week, maybe with 2 streams. Who knows? Goodbye.